This is a Black Nouveau web exclusive. Hi, I'm Joanne Williams. You know, on Black Nouveau, we celebrate Black history all year long. But it is February, and there are some events in celebration of Black History Month we think you might want to consider. The Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce is hosting the second Wisconsin Black Arts Festival, February 2nd through February 4th. The Jewish Museum Milwaukee is sponsoring an exhibit called Allied in the Fight, Jews, Blacks, and the Civil Rights Struggle. That's throughout the month. The Wisconsin Black Historical Society will host the second Urban Heroes Urban Wood exhibit beginning on February 16th. Sister Strings will be performing at Wisconsin Lutheran College on February 27th. The Brothers' Sighs by Academy Award-winning writer Terrell Alvin McCraney begins on February 21st at the Milwaukee Chamber Theater. Here to tell us about it is the show's director, Marty Goebel, and Yami's Tony Finlayson, one of the members of the cast. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you for having us.
First thing I have to ask is, what does the title mean?
The story is about two brothers, Ogun Sighs and Oshusi Sighs, their relationship, and then a friend that has been close to Elegba from their time away, and how that fraternity of men forms.
Okay. And what role do you play?
I am the percussionist, and my title in the play is narrator, but I am expressing the narration through music and percussion.
So you don't get to say anything?
I don't get to say anything, but
you're
music
saying a lot.
is a language all its own, and so yes, I will be expressing a lot through instruments, and primarily, almost entirely, instruments, found objects, and organic instruments.
So let me ask you this: since you will be performing through instruments, do you have a script that you follow, or do you make it up as you go along, as the play seems to want?
The play is very musical and rhythmic. The writer, Terrell Alvin McCraney, wrote in a way that is very musical. So I'm playing off of the rhythms of the script, and I'm relating to the storyline in the script entirely. And there's a certain amount of improvisation and intuitive feeling about it.
Well, that's what I was getting at. Is it
Yeah.
always the same every performance, or do you play something a little bit different?
Well, we want it to be very much the same.
The director speaks up.
This is right, so that the actors are also aware of the structure. But there's always room in creativity to stay within certain boundaries and roll in between there.
So this is the story of the two brothers, and their last name is Sighs.
Correct.
Where do they live, and where is it set?
It is set in Louisiana, in a fictional town in the distant present future. So now, and it's really just, it highlights a lot of the struggles that African American men go through with their brothers, both real and imagined or adopted, we'll say.
Is this an urban story or a rural Louisiana story, or does it matter?
I think it's a little of both. It's just up to the viewer's imagination to wonder what's going out around what they're going to see on the set. But it essentially takes place at Ogun's shop, and there's a great deal of storytelling, so they will take us all over with words.
Now, one thing that actors sometimes do is they learn the whole play. They learn their part, and they learn the other people's parts too. But since you don't have words to say, have you also read the whole play and learned some dialogue, just in case?
I have. I've studied the script and plan to do so much more before we bring it to the stage for everyone. So it's important that I be entirely familiar with the dialogue and with the interaction between the actors, so that I can express music correctly and dependably, so that as I'm creating cues, that the actors are going to know to respond. Like she said, I need to play the same thing pretty much all the time. And so I become the fourth character in the dialogue, you could say. Sometimes I'm playing underneath or behind dialogue that's happening between the actors, but I'm another voice.
How many people are in the cast?
The three men and then Yamis, so 4 total.
All men? This is all male cast?
Yes.
Okay. And you're directing it?
I am directing it, and all of these men I have very strong relationships with, and we have a history together. So I'm also counting on trusting them as the men that I know, and them trusting my creative sensibility as well. And it'll be a great collaboration.
As the director, what do you want the audience to take away from this?
That these men, all of our men, are gods that sometimes lose their way.
Oh, I like that. Is that part of the dialogue?
No, not really. In the names of the characters, yes. In our research, yes, but no, it's not written in the play. That's what we're going for, though. A positive image of African American men.
Is this a play for all ages?
I would say 13 would be about the break-off. There's some references to some things and perhaps some words and vocabulary that caregivers might not want their children to hear, but 13, I think, is a really great time for them to come see this kind of work.
And the work is The Brothers' Size. It's at the Milwaukee Chamber Theater. Thanks for speaking with us today on Black Nouveau.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
The Brothers' Size starts February 21st at the Milwaukee Chamber Theater. Black Pearl Sings is currently at the Milwaukee Rep through March 18th. And there are lots of special programs right here on Milwaukee PBS this month. You can find a list on our website, milwaukeepbs.org. And remember, Black history is American history, and it's our history. Celebrate it.